I am guided by imagination, open to my creation, creating wins and celebrations. Don't be overwhelmed by information, more important than education. Be inspired by your exploration on the path to your destination, leading to innovation. Yes, you are guided by imagination. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Guided by Imagination podcast. I'm your hostess, Jennie, aka Joyful Jennie, and I'm excited here to have an amazing guest, Debe Fennell. She is a joint venture and affiliate marketing manager. Debe, can you tell us a little bit more? What does that mean exactly?
I'm basically a joint venture marketing broker. I'm a broker. I go find partners for my clients and put deals together for them. And I came to this oddly from the music business where I was a record rep in country music, which I don't, that's another story altogether. But I was there a long time, had a great time. I was the vice president of a record label and just, but it's the same. I also worked on the top 100 country chart, and it's the same kind of extrapolation of data per market and how people respond to certain marketing messages and then how you get people to buy. And so that's my expertise is I get people to I write the language or direct the language to get people to be interested in the products I'm offering or programs or coaches or whatever. But it presented the content has to be the king of the whole deal.
Or queen?
Content. Well, my clients are usually coaches or offer programs, and really they have to solve a problem,
Mhm.
and they have to provide solutions to things. It's not about them. So my business is not about me, even though I have to sort of charm everybody. But it's about the solutions they offer. And I don't work with people I don't like. And that's happened on some occasions, and I've said bye, because life's too short to not enjoy what you do. And I really do enjoy what I do. And I love the stretch of having to learn new things, new systems, new software. Happens all way too often. And
Yeah, there's a lot happening in that
there's a
field.
lot happening, lots of CRMs to learn new stuff and bolted together pieces and how everything works together. And it's a stretch for me, but I love technology and I love knowing how to use AI and all the things that go with it. And and I started out in the music business as a journalist for a trade newspaper. That's when I worked on the country charts. And so I learned to write. And God
Ah,
bless Gail, my editor, who taught me how to write. I thought I knew how to write, but I really didn't. She taught me.
that's great.
Yeah, as an entrepreneur, asking people for help is probably the hardest thing to learn. And I'm so grateful that I said to her, "Well, why doesn't this look like what I wrote?" And she said, "Okay, because you're really bad." And I said, "Well, tell me how, and I want to fix that." And she
Yeah,
taught me. It was really great, really great.
that's important. Yes.
I don't think
It gave you the
anybody's
space
ever
to grow.
Well, since I was a blackjack dealer, I don't think anybody's actually given me instructions to do the jobs I've done. I just
Good
have to
point.
figure it out.
Yes, yes. And having that mindset is important. And
Very
I'm
important.
curious, where did, because obviously that's a creative mindset to be, oh, like looking for solutions, adaptable and flexible. And where in your life journey how is imagination and creativity, like where did that come from, or how did you cultivate that?
My parents, my grandparents, my parents' friends, growing up, I grew up in Kentucky, but my both of my parents were from New York State, around Ithaca, up in that part where Cornell and Hobart and all those colleges are, and they were pretty intellectual, and so we were exposed to everything as kids and encouraged to learn and be curious. I'm just innately curious. I think my brothers and sisters, I'm one of six, and I think all of us were innately curious. And so, for whatever the path we took, whether it was math, my sister Lori, or my sister Fiona, who created a real estate empire, and I mean, we're all my brother, little brother's an architect, and so I think all of us. I'm a master gardener, and a lot of my attention goes there. But I'm also a blues, jazz, pop singer, and I'm
Ooh.
constantly looking for new music. I don't really like old stuff. I like new music, and and that's the music business taught me to just look at coming. What's next?
Ooh.
Who's going to be different? And since I'm not really a country music fan, I'm a pop fan, so I spend a lot of time thinking about that. But people approach through the ages, people approach problems differently. Young people think about relationships very differently than my generation did. And it's interesting to hear this new crop of men singers who honor women. I love that. So, and in my business, I deal with a lot of young men. And I mean, young to me is 40s, 50s. And they have children. They're dealing with life problems. And they don't have a lot of time to mess around with irrelevant things. So we have our meetings. It's like, let's get through this and figure out how to make this work. Well, I'm a problem solver, connector, and so um, that's how I make it work.
Mm.
Figure out what's broken, fix that. But why is that broke? Well, how did it break? Let's not have that happen again. And actually, Jenny, marketing doesn't change through the music business from over the years. What I've been doing, marketing is the principles are the same. It's a process. It's not an event. It, you have
Yeah.
to build a marketing plan and stick to it and be adaptable, but don't change every 5 minutes. That's a curse.
Yeah.
And when my clients come to me, I always say to them, if you're going to start listening to a bunch of other people, a bunch of other coaches about how we should be doing things, and you want to change what we're doing all the time, I'm done. And I've fired clients for doing that. But I make sure that they understand this is how I feel about this. You want to listen to somebody else, go hire them. But you hired me for my expertise, so let's do this. And, one of my clients I've had for a long time, he's in Brazil. And gosh, he's always ahead of me. I want all my clients to be like him. Uh, he's always anticipating where we're going. I love that.
So what has opened up in him as far as a maybe a different frame of thinking about his own, problem solving or creativity?
I think he's learned to slow down a little bit. He goes really fast, and he has a big team of people around him. And he does. And English is not his first language. I asked him once, when you talk to me, do you think in Portuguese or English? And he said, when I talk to my family, I think in Portuguese. When I talk to you, I think in English. And what he's learned is to stop and have a conversation instead of going 100 miles an hour.
Mm.
And because he's dying to learn more about this country and because he has a registered business here and he does a lot of banking here, but he's never been here, so he's really eager to learn more. And I want to know more about Brazil, so we have those conversations. So our meetings tend to be a little long because we spend some time over here.
Yeah.
So, but he's learned what's commercial so he's in a whole different social media generating leads kind of world, but he's learned how to language in the email marketing world, which is not about, so TikTok is all about you. The people who sell and talk on TikTok is all about the personality, but in email marketing, it's about what you solve, who you help. It's a whole different conversation. So
Mm.
that's what he's learned more than anything. We talk about that a lot.
That's good. I love that idea about slowing down and being open. And I notice from what you were sharing on your journey too, how you were able to be open, from childhood and really being exposed to all these different
Yeah.
frames of thinking and, different fields and things. And I'm curious, what if we were to give a little homework to the audience? What would something be that perhaps we could share an idea for the audience to think about in the upcoming week that might help them slow down or be more open?
I have a Apple Watch, iWatch here, and it tells me every hour or so to stand up. And I use it as a way to say, okay, sit back. Don't be so intense. Get out of your computer, get out of the monitor over here and online, get out of there and go think about something else for a minute. Slow down. Especially in this world that is so tense right now and everybody's so anxious. Um, I go look at my flowers, and I have a bunch of things blooming in my kitchen, my dining area. Everybody sent me amaryllis for Christmas this year, and I have 9 blooming right now. It's kind of crazy.
Cool.
And I know she's a gardener. Let's give her more plants. And but I go and look at that, and I prune them, and I clean them up, and I water them, and I go think about something else for a while. And if I have a really big problem, I have to tell you, I call my best friend and say, "Okay, here's what's happening. What do you think of this?" And she's so level-headed. Um, and she's a customer relations master. She
Mm,
worked for power company here in the water authority, and so she solves complex problems for customers who can't get a resolution to whatever their situation is. And so she and I together work out problems in each other's lives that same way. We we both try to be objective. Everything is subjective, but we try to be objective about our reason for doing things, our rationale for doing things, because you always need sounding boards. I had coffee this
yeah.
morning with the retired dean of the College of Business at the University of Nevada, and he's kind of a curmudgeon now. He's old, but he's one of my dearest friends, and he will he'll text me a couple times a week. Are you being good to yourself? And
Mm,
you surround yourself with people who will be that for you. The person I need to call back, the person, she just had shoulder surgery. And so when I broke my shoulder, she was here to help me. So through her shoulder surgery, we we've communicated a lot. And she's also my massage therapist, so I want her to get healed. And but she has a whole different take on this world of marketing services, and there are a lot of charlatans. There are a lot of people selling gossamer dreams that there's no basis, foundation in truth. And so you have to be careful for those people who just sell you a pig in a poke. And and I caution people all the time, read everything that's there. Don't take it at face value and give them your money. Make sure that they tell you what the result is supposed to be. Now, maybe you don't achieve that result, but what is the outcome? What am I supposed to get out of this? So back around, you rely on your friends to be your sounding board, your reality, you know,
mhm.
your your compassion, your passion, your heart. Um, I tend to be abrupt and really straightforward, but underneath everything is the thought, first do no harm. And I try to help people see the details without bludgeoning them with them.
Yes.
It's hard to get people to get down to the facts when they want to
Right.
talk about,
And I think that's a good insight about slowing down. So I highly encourage those of you listening and watching this to take this opportunity to allow yourself to slow down. Like DB was saying, get up and, be away from the technology and be around nature, be around plants, stay
music.
hydrated. Yeah, music, exactly. That's
As a
when I feel
gardener,
the,
this is the prayer for St. Francis of Assisi. When my dad died, a radio person in Pennsylvania sent this to me, and I just pick this up and read it. It's just about being kind to children and animals and people. So, our world's going really fast, and have to be kind.
yes, be kind to yourself
Be
too.
kind too.
So if people want to connect with you, DB, what would you recommend?
Well, they could find me on Facebook. I'm not hard to find at all. It's my Facebook page is full of all kinds of weirdness. Everything I'm interested in, from architecture to art to all kinds of things. And yes, there are some politics there. If you don't like that, don't go. But really find me on LinkedIn. I have two different LinkedIn accounts. I can't get them to merge, long story, but find me on one of those places and I respond pretty quickly. So I'm on Alignable, I'm on Instagram, I'm everywhere. Just find me where you can. And I
Great.
would give you my email address, but please don't spam me.
Yeah, it's all right. I think that's a good idea to send it to social because then people get to
Yeah,
experience a little bit more of you.
yeah,
And I'm really grateful for you to share your stories today. It was such a joy,
you.
pleasure to hear and get to know you more.
Thanks, Jenny.
Yay. And for all of you listening, definitely take the opportunity to reach out to DB. And I appreciate your time listening to this podcast, the Guided by Imagination podcast. Thank you so
Thank you so much
much.
for having me, Jenny.
If you want to take your imagination to the next level, join our free Facebook group, the Video Hub, for fast-growing local and global business professionals. We live stream educational content weekly to help you grow and monetize your results with video storytelling. Click the link below to access.